Hi guys, and welcome back to Leslie Through the Looking Glass. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Leslie. For my returning viewers, as always, thank you so much for coming back to support my channel. It really means so much. Alright guys, so I'm back today with another Mental Health Monday. I missed last week. I am so sorry. I was just not in a good headspace. If you watch my videos, you know that we had gotten another dog, and we were all very excited about it. Unfortunately, a week ago Sunday, she bit my daughter. She's okay. It was not very bad. We were very lucky. It could have been much, much worse. But obviously then we could not keep said dog. It was not the right fit for our family at that point. It was too much of a wild card to know because it was unprovoked and without warning. So unfortunately, she had to go back to her original owner. So that was really sad. And Monday I was taking her back and meeting the other owner and doing all of that stuff. So I just didn't have much time, and the time I did have, I just wasn't in a place to film. But that definitely took a toll on me. It's been a rough couple weeks. Been in a little bit of a funk, but I am working through it and trying to, come out better for it. It can be really hard. I hate feeling like people don't understand. And most people don't understand. And that's what sucks. But it's just really hard. It adds an extra layer to everything in my life all the time. And it's just like, I feel often like it's a few steps forward, a few steps backwards, a few steps forwards, a few steps backwards. I feel like I'm making strides on the positive, and other people don't see it or don't, think it's the same. And that can be really challenging mentally. But I always just try to remember I can't control anybody else's actions or thoughts. I can only control myself and work on myself and my actions. And I just need to continue focusing on that. But it doesn't mean that it can't be a really big struggle sometimes. And then I was really excited about the dog. So for that not to work out, it just is really sad. I hate not having a dog in the house. It's too quiet. It makes me sad. I don't, and we just don't know when or what we'll do next. So that just makes it hard. I'm a little sad. So just be dealing with those feelings as well. Especially because to me it seemed like on paper it was a really great fit. So it's just unfortunate that it's not always the case. But yeah, so that's where we're at, guys. I am working on looking for a new therapist. I love my therapist, but they're not covered by my insurance, and it's just really expensive if it's not covered by insurance. It's expensive with insurance, but way more expensive without insurance. So I'm just trying to figure out who is covered and who's accepting people, and trying to find a good fit from reviews, because that is the hardest part about therapy, honestly, to me. And what I think most people struggle with if they don't have a good outcome from therapy is it's probably not a great match. You have to feel comfortable and confident to be able to share with that person everything that you need to share in order to gain ground and make strides. And that's not always easy. So I'm really struggling in that regard, because I think it would benefit me, because where I've made a lot of strides, I, and for the most part, know how to manage it. Something that has come up recently that has been brought more to the forefront is that I am much more in control of my anxiety. When it's, things that I'm excited about or looking forward to. But if it's something I'm not very excited about, it's a lot harder for me to manage the anxiety that goes along with it. So it might be good for me to kind of work with somebody to figure out how better to manage that. But it's overwhelming for me to think about starting over with somebody new, and finding that good, comfortable fit to get to a point where it will be helpful. And it just stinks. I mean, healthcare is a joke. Insurance is difficult. So it just sucks that there's this big push for mental health, and like they have these phone numbers I can call for my health insurance and talk to somebody on the phone. You know, they have all these tools in place which are great, and I'm glad because we used to not have those. But then when it's so hard to find your person isn't covered, so then now you have to jump through hoops to find a better fit somewhere else. Like it's just hard. And quite honestly, that gives me a lot of anxiety to have to start over, explain myself to somebody else, explain my past, all the things that we determined affected me, and like literally have to start over at square one with somebody else is so hard to think about. Like it can make me cry. But it's so expensive otherwise, and and that's just the fact of the matter. I don't I don't know. Um but yeah, so I'm working on that. Trying to. But just know that if you are thinking about therapy, or you're in therapy, or you've had therapy in the past and you didn't feel like it was a good fit, there's nothing wrong with not going back, finding somebody new. But yeah, it's just hard. And it doesn't have the same like coverage as healthcare providers. So it's just annoying. This should be covered the same way as any other health problem is. And it's annoying that it's not. But yeah, so that's my rant on that. So yeah, I've just been a little bit on the struggle list, but I'm okay. I've got my motivation back the last few days. I'm working on my to-do list, working on all my projects, getting some new content done today, pushing forward. But it took a while, and there was some days of not doing anything, and days where I sat on the couch and said, oh, I should be doing this, and didn't. And that's okay. My body needed it. I was really tired for like a week straight, and I had done nothing. I shouldn't have been tired, but I think it was just my body's way of needing that mental recovery of mindless TV and no work. But now I'm back to making ground. Sorry, guys. Back to my constant yawning. But yeah, so working on my travel planning stuff, working on getting content done for Instagram. I'm dabbling in TikTok. But all this to say, like, there's a fine line between like falling in that pit where you have no motivation because of your anxiety and you're overwhelmed and you're not doing things, to listening to your body and like taking some time if you need it. And I needed that time last week. Mentally, I was just overwhelmed. And it was interesting because I could feel some of the things affecting me physically, like beyond just me being so tired, even though I was sleeping how I always sleep. I was getting headaches a lot last 2 weeks actually, where I had not been getting a lot of headaches for a while. And those things go with my stress and anxiety. And then, the last 3 or 4 days, they've been a lot better. So I just had to listen to my body and take a step back for a little bit. So that's just your friendly PSA and reminder to always take care of yourself, however it needs to be taken care of. I'm actually hoping to film a video right after this for Saturday for some Disney content, which I've not done in forever. It's just going to be kind of a Disney update and chatting about what is to come. And I think that's all, guys. I don't have much else. I hope everybody is having a good weekend. Comment below if you have tried therapy and if you felt like it was easy to find a good fit. I'm curious if other people struggled previously like I did. And yeah, I'm curious. All right, guys, have a good week. I will see you Saturday. Until next time, bye.